red, white and blue, the greatest colour scheme on planet Earth for flags. Hello, my name's James, welcome to my studio, and this is the latest video where we're going to take one simple gimmick to elevate a shot to a completely different level. Say hi to Zoe, she's over here.
Hi Zoe, over there.
Zoe is over there and she is wearing the United Kingdom's flag of Great Britain and Northern Ireland in this summer inspired shoot. But what we're going to be doing in this shoot is we're going to be looking at how to add colour into the shoot, but also how to add tiny little gimmicks, we're going to call them, to elevate shots to slightly different levels. A really, really interesting toy that we're going to use with us today. First off, we've set up a very simple beauty dish up here on a bayonet arm over the top of this C-stand here, safely weighted down with sandbags because we approve of health and safety in this studio. And we're going to bring Zoe underneath the lights, and she stood around about here. That's lovely. So this is almost like a butterfly lighting coming right down from above. We've measured out the light here. We're going to be shooting our first shot on the Canon R6 24-105 f4 lens. And I've set my camera settings to ISO 100, 160 to the second, and f8. We're going to take the first shot here as I clear the background of distracting lights that shouldn't be there. We're going to take the first shot here using the transmitter on the top of the camera to talk to my Elinchron 1, which is above Zoe there, directly above. If we were to draw a line through the middle of this light unit here, it should come down Zoe's nose there. And because we've got quite a high light, we're going to take the first picture with your chin down there for me, looking towards me there. 3, 2, 1, go. And as we see that one appear on the screen, we can see that we can see there that we're very heavily top lit. Because the light's so high up, it's creating shadows in the eyes. And we want to see Zoe's eyes there. We can see the reflection in the sunglasses, which we will come back to in a moment, but we can't see the eyes. So what we want to do is we want to see Zoe's eyes in this picture. We can do that one of two ways. We could amend this light if we wanted to, move it down a little bit towards Zoe so we get those catch lights, those shiny reflections in the eyes. But in this instance, we're just going to get Zoe to lift up her chin, take a very small step back, and we can see now she lifts up her chin. We can see the reflection from the modeling light in our Elinchron 1, so we can see that there's a reflection there. Chin up, chin up, chin up, chin up. I like the little turn of the head. Was beautiful. 3, 2, 1, go. Very cool. And there we go. We're starting to see a little bit of detail in the eyes there, but we're still underexposed. So how do we amend this? Well, what we can do is we can use the transmitter on the top of our camera to talk directly to the light that's above there. It's come up here as the Elinchron 1. And I'm going to start to dial in power into that light, 0.1 of a stop at a time until I get maybe 2 stops up. And we're going to see how that affects the light. We should see a little bit of light fall off on the background, but there's quite a lot of distance between our model and the background. So with the inverse square law, I don't think a lot of that light's going to hit the background and make that much of a difference. What I would think we will see though, is we'll see much lighter skin tones in the picture and maybe some more detail in those eyes. So lifting the chin up again there for me. Perfect. Chin up, 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 up. 3, 2, 1, go. And relax. And there we go. Big difference in the shot there. Still got that dramatic light coming down, but a really nice sort of fashion style light on that image. You'll notice on the first 2 or 3 shots there with the light placement and where it is in the frame, I've spoken a lot about catch lights in the eyes. I've spoken a lot about getting sparkle in those eyes to elevate this light and to give us one less thing to worry about. We're going to use an accessory to cover Zoe's eyes that's going to give us even more of a fashion look to this portrait. What could that thing be, Zoe? Come on.
Blindfold?
A blindfold. It's not that sort of shoot, Zoe. We're going to be putting sunglasses on you. The sunglasses are going onto Zoe. There they are. Sunglasses up on Zoe's face. Now remember from the first shot, we actually saw the reflection of the light above in the sunglasses. We won't see it so much here because the sunglasses are facing this way and the light is coming up from up high. It has to sort of reflect directly there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Zoe to lift up, and we can see you come in close here. Bring your head down, focus on these sunglasses, and as the head goes up, 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 you should see the reflection there in the sunglasses. The sunglasses have a much wider surface area than our eyes. And because our eyes are predominantly white with like a small iris and a pupil, the white reflection of the catchlight doesn't really come back off of the whites of the eyes. We can only really see it when it's landing between the iris and the pupil. The benefit, therefore, of using sunglasses is it gives us a much wider surface area that isn't white to reflect the light back. And when Zoe looks straight up there, we can see that reflection, chin up just a fraction, 3, 2, 1, there. And we can see it give us a completely different fashion look. Lifting the chin and turning it slightly to the side there for me. If we turn it to the side, we should see it in one glass. And then if we turn it to the side the other way, turn it back towards me just a little bit, that's it there. 3, 2, 1, and go. We'll see it in the other side of the sunglasses there. So we're starting to add an element of sheen and shine to this image. I'm going to bring the light down slightly just to soften it up just a little bit and just to give us a slightly bigger reflection in those glasses. By moving that light a little bit closer, I should get a slightly bigger reflection. And obviously, as you will know if you've seen any of my videos before, by moving it closer, we've made the light more powerful. So we need to just dial back the power slightly. So I'm just going to do that now with my remote unit again, taking around about 3/4 of a stop off, something like that. If I was a proper photographer right now, I would take a light meter reading. I'm not a proper photographer, so I'm just going to do it by chancing it, lifting the chin up there for me, and there. Lift the head up slightly there, that's it, perfect, just there. We'll see now we get a much bigger reflection there. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that reflection now. And we can really turn the head to the side so we have it almost in one eye. Turn your head back towards me just a little bit. There's your shot. So I've got it slightly in both eyes, bigger in one than in the other, but still with that dramatic reflection there. How can we elevate this even further? Well, we're going to look at the color scheme in here. Red and blue working together, red, white and blue, as we've discussed before. The greatest color scheme on planet Earth for flags, as we know, Australia, New Zealand, all the brilliant countries of the world have. Luxembourg, there's another one. France, there's another one. All of the amazing France, Holland, it's another one. The Netherlands, yeah, they have red, white and blue in their colour scheme for their flag. All the best, Croatia's another one. All the Serbia, all of the best countries in the world have this colour scheme in their flag. It's not my rules, that is just the world, that's the UN rules, I think. Yes, officially from the, yeah, definitely. It's quite a difficult colour scheme to marry up because they're both primary colours and they sit sort of not particularly close to each other on the colour wheel, but not directly opposite each other either. I'm going to keep it simple and just say, okay, red and blue is my colour scheme. So I'm just going to stick with elements of red and blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in 2 kicker lights. I'm going to bring in one here with a red gel on it, and you'll see how perfectly I've managed to attach my red gel to my light with all sorts of gaffer tape. And you'll know in my 10 items I keep in studio video, the gaffer tape was quite high on that. Item number 4 is Gorilla Tape. The stronger, the better. Don't go buying cheap Gorilla Tape. And then we're going to bring in another Elinchron free on this side, this time that's been gaffer taped with a blue gel. And by having the modelling lights on these, we'll be able to see where those colours are landing on Zoe. We see that we get quite nice sort of kickers in there. Same pose again there for me, looking up towards the light. Turn the head slightly away from me. I'm taking care to make sure that I keep the swimsuit in, keep the lights out, and 3, 2, 1, go. Let's just see how that one looks. Big, 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 big burst of light coming from both sides. Way too powerful on both of them. So manually what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself more space to work with by moving them away, which should dull the power. I'm also going to dial them back about 1.5 stops each. So this one's going to come back here, and this one's going to come back to around about here. And we should see now that we have slightly less power, slightly less fall off, slightly less of that sort of back blasting of light into the shot, and it gives us a much more, turn the head this way, chin up just a fraction, head slightly towards me, there, 3, 2, 1, go, 3, 2, 1, go. Stunning little shot there. Really nice image there. Now I'm just going to move my main light slightly to the side. I like the way Zoe's looking off to the left-hand side here. So I'm going to move my main light round this way. And I'm going to move it nice and close again. And I'm going to take off just a couple of tenths of stopper pads. We're just going to see how that has an effect on the catch light here. So turn your head so you're facing towards, there we go. So now we're looking towards the light. And now we're getting that catch light, there we go, with a little bit of shadow under the jawline, really defining that jawline. We can start now just to twist, turn the head back towards me just a little bit, back, there, that's it, that's where we want it. And using that modeling light, using those sunglasses, we can see, if we come in close with the camera here, so by using the modeling light here, we can see that when Zoe turns her head away, you'll see where that catch light falls away. And then when she turns her head back, you can see where it falls in there. And I'm doing that while I'm shooting to see what the finished image looks like, so that when Zoe turns her head away from me, and then back, stop. There it's in both, turn to, there it's in the middle, and turn away now for me. So you're looking over towards here, there it's completely blank. Gone away completely there. Those kicker lights working really, really well, and we're getting dynamic red, white, and blue images. A little bit hot on the blue, so I'm just turning the blue down by a couple of tenths of a stop there, just to give me slightly less blue. And what that should do is it should give me slightly more saturation in the hue as well, so that the blue coming through on that side is a little bit richer in colors. Just see how that works. Turn the head away from me that way again. This blue should now be coming in slightly deeper. There we go, shoulder away from me this way. That's it, yeah, that's it, you got it, chin down, there. There it is. Perfect, and if we look from one to the next, quite bright on that one. And then the second one, we got a little bit more control there on that blue. I'm gonna bring it down even lower, and I'm gonna pop a second gel, if you come with me, up and over this first gel here, which gives the light more dense colors to work through. And we can do the same now on the red. Find a secondary red filter here, and what I'm going to do, tear off a little bit of tape. I'm just going to stick that red filter now over the other red filter to see what effect that now has on the red. So instead of having these blasting colors, turn the head slightly towards me, we now, that's lovely, we now have a super amount of control over those red tones coming through on the kicker of those images. Coming up next week, we're going to be taking this filter, putting it on the end of the lens and showcasing how we can create some really fascinating in-camera effects using slight modifications on this lighting setup to give you amazing images that look like this. So leave a nice comment below, and we look forward to seeing you here next week.